I'm acting like I'm doing something.
I hope you act like you're doing
Woo! Yeah! There we go. Welcome back to the hit show, Sports with the Boys. I'm Anthony Alford. Brad left because he's on assignment. He's watching Criminal Minds. Yeah.
good show.
What an assignment that is. So because of that, we have another guest here. But first, let me go ahead and read our sponsors for today's show.
No name.
Well, yeah, you know.
I'm cool with that.
We'll introduce you in a second. Well, I will. There's no... Never mind. Sports with the Boys is brought to you by the Bowling Green Radio News Organization. The most trusted name. I'm sorry, this is not CNN. But yeah, Bowling Green Radio News Organization. You can watch the variety or listen to the variety show every Monday and Wednesday at 7 Eastern on WBGU 88.1 FM and 5 to 6, I might add. It's also... Oh, we got some great sponsors. It's also brought to you by the Alf Dog Show. The only show on the internet anywhere where you mix sports talk with relationship analysis. Anywhere. Internet, TV, anywhere.
Bar none.
We are also sponsored by the KKK.
Wait. Hold your horses.
Hold up. The Crazy Kids Club.
You know why it's crazy? Don't you, Anthony Alford?
Yeah. I'm not obligated to say why it's crazy, but I still can't say it. I can't muster it out to say it, but we do everything possible to make sure that this campus here in BG is the greatest thing possible. It's all, and we actually had to put up a flag yesterday.
Oh, yes. There was a flag, American flag, touching the ground, which, well,
it was right in front of the field house.
We found quite offensive to say
You
the
know,
least.
that get our chest here too.
Yeah, you can say that.
Yeah.
Hard nipples. You can say that.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't prepared to hear that. We are also brought to you by we're also brought to you by the second floor of Dunbar.
Represent.
Yes.
Represent.
And I got written down here, also brought to you by our show mascot. We have a mascot for the show.
We do.
Jody and Jessica. Alright, here with me right now, is our MMA correspondent. He'll be on the radio program every Monday night to talk mixed martial arts issue upcoming. A huge sport already, really, as well. There you go. Please welcome Ethan to the show.
That's me.
Yeah, so, I don't know, that fake clap there. So, let's start off with the big news that involves both USC and the WEC. What exactly is going on with that?
Well, for any of you non-mixed martial art fans out there, UFC is Ultimate Fighting Championship, and WEC is somewhat of a sister company to the UFC. It's called World Extreme Cage Fighting. And the difference between WC and UFC is that WEC has smaller weight divisions, such as the 135 and 145 weight divisions, bantamweight and featherweight. And they also have a lightweight division, which is 155. UFC only has weight divisions from 155 to heavyweight. And this merger has been a long time coming because these smaller fighters, they deserve a chance to be in the bigger stage and, well, honestly, make more money. And this merger should only be good for business, and I see nothing wrong
Now,
with it.
WEC, and talk about WEC is on Versus. That's their broadcast
They
network.
only had one pay-per-view.
Yeah, UFC is like a big time animal. Why do you think UFC wanted to acquire WEC?
Well, it's simple. There's been a noticeable lack of marquee matches and title fights on recent UFC cards. Most notably, UFC 119, an extremely weak card. And the inclusion of these two new weight classes will bring more title matches. It'll bring a great champion, one of the top pound-for-pound fighters in the world, Jose Aldo, into the UFC. And he's already been slotted into a co-main event spot at UFC 125, which may not draw in the casual mixed martial arts fan, but that'll definitely draw in the hardcore UFC fan.
Yeah, so that's going to be a big time thing. Let's talk about Jake Shields. He will be apparently getting a title shot. What is the details on that?
Well, his fights versus Martin Kampmann at UFC 121, it was already set ahead of time that the winner would be getting a title shot. But Jake Shields, after winning a unanimous decision victory in less than impressive fashion, really only relying on takedowns and showing no striking ability and just being quite honestly just boring, which I don't know why anyone found surprising. That was his whole deal ever since he started MMA and his whole thing out through Strikeforce.
Yeah.
But the fans weren't liking it. They were audibly disappointed with his whole performance, especially for all the hype after he beat Dan Henderson convincingly in Strikeforce. But apparently he's still gonna be getting the title shot, even though he really doesn't even think he deserves it either. He's going to say that he wouldn't be surprised if he didn't get it. But looks like he will be getting it, and that he'll be facing the winner of George St. Pierre versus Josh Koscheck, which is the welterweight 170 division.
And the Jake Shields matchup when it happens, a main event on a future pay-per-view.
It's at least a co-main event at the best.
Yeah.
At the worst, I mean.
Yeah. So let's Brock Lesnar. What a character. He lost as you know a couple weeks ago.
Got dismantled.
Yeah, he got destroyed. Where does Brock Lesnar go from here?
Well, he automatically gets a 180-day medical suspension, which means he can't do he can't fight, he can't do any sparring or wrestling or anything. He
6 months.
He has to lay low, just run on a treadmill and lift weights, the stuff he likes to do. And kill bears.
Yeah. And maybe down the line, get involved in some activities with some guy over in wrestling who has some undefeated streak in some kind of pay-per-view. I'm not sure what that is. It's kind of glazing my mind.
Anthony Alford, I may have some idea as to what you may be referring to, but Dana White has already...
He shut that down?
He kind of shut down as Brock Lesnar is a contracted UFC fighter, cannot box, cannot fight anywhere else, cannot wrestle The Undertaker.
Yeah, in case you didn't know, there was rumors out of the recent UFC pay-per-view.
If you haven't seen the YouTube video yet, which is millions of views. Yeah,
just click on it after you watch our show here. It's Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker, I guess, had a little, it was a stare down or something of that nature.
And The Undertaker said, "Do you want to do it?" Which is like caused like mayhem in the pro wrestling and mixed martial arts online community.
Yeah, but you know, again, like Ethan said, that idea was shot down because of the 180-day condition. All right, let's talk about Carwin. He's out of the 125-pound was it weight division here?
No.
Or
Shane Carwin, you may...
UFC 125.
Yes.
I wrote
Shane
that
Carwin,
wrong.
you may remember him. He was the last challenger to Brock Lesnar's heavyweight title before he lost it, and he gave him a run for his money, pummeled him the whole first round, but then getting submitted in the second round to an arm triangle.
Yeah, and he was the one that was talking a lot of trash heading into that fight with Brock Lesnar, too.
He's not so much of a trash talker. He's a pretty good guy. You're probably getting mixed up with Frank Mir.
Him too.
Frank Mir.
Frank Mir was an a-hole, I must say.
Frank Mir is a dick, and he knows it.
Yeah.
But Shane Carwin, after coming off that loss to Brock Lesnar, and he obviously looked good in it. But he was exposed for his horrible cardio-muscular endurance because he's never actually had a fight go past the first round.
Mm-hmm.
He just he knocks everyone out in the first round.
Yeah.
He finally got pushed to the second, and he had nothing left.
Yes.
And so Brock Lesnar just laid on him.
All right, so let's talk about
Wait.
we
didn't get to the point of Shane Carwin.
Excuse me.
I wanted to say that he had a scheduled fight at UFC 125 against Roy Big Country Nelson, the big hillbilly with the huge gut. Who you would?
Oh my goodness! Does it compare to the old Butterbean?
Oh, you have no idea.
If you remember, Butterbean, he was a boxer. He's about blah blah. You know, man.
Yeah, say the least.
He used to win. He used to win though. But
oh yeah.
But go back. Go back to what he was saying now.
He was slated to face Roy Nelson at UFC 125, but he just recently, last week, had to pull out of the fight due to just he's had back problems for a long time now, and he said that he doesn't want to go into a fight not at his best, and he just it's not like he like broke his arm, he had to pull out. It's just something you gotta get taken care of if you want to be best. And yesterday he had back surgery and heard he's recovering successfully, so best of luck to him. But Roy Nelson's got to fight someone else to face.
All right, Ultimate Fighter on tonight, Spike TV. Let's get a little preview of what's going on there.
10 o'clock tonight, we have the final of the 8 preliminary fights. Tonight is what they call the wild card fight. Each coach in this season, the coaches are Josh Koscheck and the welterweight champion of the UFC and the world, George St. Pierre. They are given
GSP in case.
Most people refer to GSP.
Yes.
Yeah. Each fighter gets to draft 7 fighters each, and then they all face each other, 7 fights, and then the 2 fighters that lost, but gave very good performances, and even in losing fashion, get to fight each other to try to move on to the competition. And actually, George St. Pierre's team he's killing Koscheck's team.
Yeah.
Only one Koscheck fighter has won, but actually, 2 Koscheck fighters got chosen for the wild card, so this is their chance to make up some ground in the tournament and hopefully have a Koscheck fighter win the tournament. But it's highly unlikely.
Yeah. All right. Ethan, part of the illustrious Crazy Kids Club. Jeez, I wonder who's in it. Can you spit out some names of who's in that particular?
Well, we have the legendary Anthony Alford. We have you may know him, Patrick Bunny Hop.
He will be on the show on Monday to enlighten us on Urban Dictionary knowledge.
Yes, he's very well enlightened himself. Yeah,
yes.
We also have Jim Smeraldo.
Yes.
Crazy Adam Rhodes.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The always quirky Malcolm Blackwell.
Yeah, yeah.
And myself.
Oh, him too. You know him.
The greatest of them all.
Yeah. All right, Ethan. Thank you very much. When we come back, here on Sports with the Boys, I will lay out my thoughts on Randy Moss and give out my power rankings. My illustrious power rankings. We'll have that when we come back here on Sports with the Boys.
Yes, I'm getting the hell out of here.